Hello everyone, this is Professor Raghavendra Adhyapak, KLS Kopti College of Commerce, Belagavi. So in the last class we discussed about what is the investors protection and what is the role of or what are the different measures taken by the SEBI for the investor protection, correct? So we will see the what is the next further part of that. Okay, so now we will see what are the different role SEBI is playing in the investors protection. Okay, so first one is issue guidelines. Okay, so what issue guidelines is that SEBI has given the proper guidelines for issue of the any securities in the market. It may be mutual funds, it may be portfolio manager for the bankers, underwriters, lead managers. Okay, so these all have the different guidelines. Okay, so as per that only they will work. Okay, or they conduct their operations. So by which what will happen, there will be a transparency in the working condition of these all intermediaries of the market. Okay, next is public interest advertisement. Okay, so awareness among the public regarding the different investment avenues should be there, correct? So with that idea, SEBI has also taken the one of the major step to provide the advertisement and information regarding the what are the different aspects of the securities market and to make the investors a minimum knowledgeable persons regarding the investment. Okay, so for that public interest advertisement is started by the SEBI. Okay, next is dealing with complaints of investors. Okay, so what SEBI is doing, SEBI is also dealing with the complaints of the investors, right? When any investor has faced any problems in the security market, at that time the SEBI is the main board which receives the complaints from the customers and they will solve the queries or problems, correct? So like that they established one separate cell for customer grievances and all. For that they will basically deals with the complaints of the investors. Okay, so they try to solve those problems, and if there is any disputes between the customers and the issuer, they will try to solve it. Okay, next is investors education. Okay, so education regarding the investment is very important, correct? So SEBI is aware that investor education is important for its protection, correct? So it encourages the formation of investor association that disseminate information through newsletters. Okay, SEBI is bringing out the monthly publication of the investors, that is SEBI Market Review, SEBI newsletter. Okay, so with the help of these two publications, the SEBI is giving the different information to the investors regarding the these stock exchange or security markets. Okay. Next is disclosure by companies. Okay. So SEBI has given the proper and correct guidelines for each security market intermediaries regarding the disclosure of the details. Means what, whatever company related aspects are there, it may be its working performance, credit rating, okay, financial position, regarding their loan, or it may be regarding their debts, everything should be disclosed in a proper manner in their prospectus, by which an investor should get the detailed information about the company, and on that basis they may choose whether to invest in that company or no, correct? So disclosure should be in a proper manner and correct manner, and it should be a detailed. Okay, so that is one of the another guidelines which is issued by the SEBI for the companies. Next is investor education and protection fund. Okay, so what SEBI has, government of India has done is special one fund is created in the name of the investors, that is investor education and protection fund. That separate fund is established and that specially used for the education of the investors. Okay, providing the different information to the investors, plus that will be a protection fund. Okay, if there is any disputes, that fund can be utilized. Like that a separate fund is created, by which even the investor will get little confidence regarding their investment, whether they have secured or no. Correct. So in that case, the government is also providing this investor education and protection fund. Okay. Next is, what is the role of stock exchanges in investor protection? Till now, we see the what is the role of SEBI in investor protection. Correct. Now we'll see what is the role of stock exchanges, or what are the different measures they have taken. Stock exchanges have taken to protect the investors' interest. Correct. So first one, they providing the screen-based automatic trading system. Okay, when there is a manually, there should be a no proper transparency, and there should be more insider trainings or settings between the companies and brokers. So like that, uh, many unfair practices to take place. But now they introduce the screen based trading system, which is fully transparent, and there should be no any geographical location barrier. Means any person from any outside also they can purchase directly the shares through the help of computers and internet. Okay. Next is, the high level of information dissemination through online system has helped the integrating relate retail investors across the nation. Okay, so across the nation anybody can purchase now the shares without any problem, right, with the help of online system. Next is, at NSE, Strive continuously upgrade and make the system more investor friendly. Since investors are the backbone of the security market, awareness among the investors is the foremost concern. It is of the paramount importance to all concerned to protect the interest of the investors. Okay, so what NSE is doing, National Stock Exchange, day by day it upgrading its services as per the user friendly, and also they considered that a backbone of the securities market are the investors. So for the investor protection, they also taken the many measures or steps. Okay. Next is, booklet is meant to educate the investor in respect of the various market protection and service as a quick reference guide. Okay, how SEBI has issued the many booklets for the investor education. Same like that only, even the stock exchanges also issuing their different booklets for the investors to educate them and to give the various information regarding the stock market. Okay. Next is, Bombay Stock Exchange has established a department of investors service to redress the investor grievances. Okay, so if there is any complaint received against any companies or any intermediaries of the stock exchanges, then the Bombay Stock Exchange has a different department called DIS, that is Department of Investors Service. Okay, so they will go through the queries and they will try to solve the investors problem. Okay, so there is different cell for that. Next is, NSE also initiated with ISC investor cell services cell, which provides solution for the queries of the investors and solve the problems. Correct. So how BSC is established the DIS, in the same case NSE has ISC. Okay, that is investor service cell. Okay, even this cell of NSE is also deals with the queries or problems of the investors, and they will try to solve their problems. Okay. Apart from that, BSE is also set up a training institution called BTI by the Stock Exchange of Bombay to provide the education regarding capital market, different programs of the security market, investment related aspects, derivatives market, etc. Right. So regarding these many concepts to make the investors aware or educate, they also started one training institution. Okay, so these are the different measures taken by the stock exchanges. It may be NSE or BSE to protect the investors. Okay, so remaining part we will see in the next class.